I achieved all the high ranks in FPS games like CS, Valorant, Apex. I've been there. I've been in Radiant, level 10 Face It, ESEA ranks, Master in Apex. I've been in those ranks, and I wanted to share with you what's the attitude I come with into the game. How do I think about the gameplay? How do I view the ranking systems to rank up in the game? Because a lot of people have this goal to get a certain rank, and I know that like the mindsets can be different within like players, and all the players that achieved certain ranks do not share maybe the same attitude or the same like definition in their mind that they have. But I just wanted to explain you how I view those things. So when I start playing a new game, I don't have a feel for it. So I am rusty or I am shit at the game, and it's normal. It's completely normal because you get this feeling of the game. Your mechanics are crispy after a while of playing the game and like getting used to it. So even though the aim translates, it does not usually translate the way you would want it to. You can adapt to it a little bit, but to get to those highest ranks, you need the feeling. You need to get the feeling of the game. So I always take it slower than you would think in the beginning, because I know it will be a few days, maybe weeks, maybe a month before I get this complete feeling. A month, maybe a little bit too much. But my point is, I give myself time to get the feeling of those mechanics. I don't judge it in 2 days and I'm like, oh no, there's no way I'm ranking up to this rank after like 2 days. I'm not judging it. I'll give myself a little bit of time because I know I can do it. It will just take more or less time from me to adapt to the game I'm playing currently. To get higher ranks, I will be losing in the beginning, and I will be losing more approaching the rank I want to be in. I will be definitely losing way more against higher ranked players than against those new beginners that play in the lower brackets, and that's normal. That's also a part of the ranking system and a part of the game. How I view it is taking steps. I see most players scared of queuing the game. I see them having like anxiety and them like being stuck in the same rank. Let's say you're like plat in Valorant and you're stuck in this rank for like a certain amount of acts, and then you just scroll through those acts and you can clearly see that you're not playing a lot. That when you look at the top players, or not even like the top rating, like top 10, I'm not talking about that. I'm more so talking about like top players, like players that you're looking up to, because they are usually not the top 10 radians. So when you look at their accounts, you'll see that they play way more, like 20 times more, or like 10 times more. Like usually that is what happens. For some reason, people are scared of queuing. And I know how it feels to lose your elo, especially when your elo gain is lower than your elo loss after the match. But this is a part of the game, and this is just a short-term part of the game. So think of it as you would be walking. If you wanted to learn how to walk again, think of it. If you would be having anxiety the same way as you have in ranked, you're like, okay, I'm taking this first step. Oh no. I don't really want to go for the second one because I might fail, I might fall. But then if you think of it, that's how you learn. You were falling a lot of times and throughout the days, weeks, to actually start walking properly. And then even if you knew how to walk, you still had those hiccups. You still had those falls, like maybe the ground was uneven, and you were still learning this. It was not that you knew it immediately. It was not that you put a first step and it was always perfect. The second was perfect. No. Third perfect. No. It was never like that. And the games are the same. You go into the game and you want to take the second game. Oh, you lost. You're one step back, but not really though. Elo is one step back, but you spent time and you made certain mistakes that you probably won't do again. You deep in yourself know what was the cause, and if not, then at least you have a certain idea what you could get better at. And while getting better at mechanics is usually the answer, play more. But getting better as game knowledge and game sense are those different things that you're seeing in the game and that you're collecting into your brain, so you can later on remind yourself, oh, I've been in this scenario, and then you take it into account what can happen if you do this because you already done it. That's what you do with the steps. Your games are not going to be perfect like the steps when you were a baby. You're not going to have perfect games throughout till you hit your desired rank. You will have those hiccups and you will be going back and forth until you finally like surpass the level you wanted to, and then you're in the rank. And so losing is actually not bad. Falling down because you missed a step or you didn't balance properly on your foot is not bad. It's actually good, and it is a part of the process. So first thing is always give yourself more time than you think. And the second one is stop being scared of falling, because the falling is the way you learn and the falling is the way you progress. Now you don't have issues with walking, right? That's how Smurfs play. Later on in the process, you can make an account, go back to the current rank you're in and play and see that, well, it's impossible for me to stay in this rank now because I have so much knowledge and my mechanics are so much better. It's just not possible. I'm so much more consistent with everything. Everything just got better, and you might not be seeing this daily, but you may be seeing this like monthly or weekly or whatever. But just play more. Just try to experiment with the stuff that you think is like the cause of you losing the game, and then you just learn this way. And I know it's simple process like described in words, but sometimes you just got to be reminded of it. This is my thinking, and well, for me it's natural, but for some people, from what I hear and from what I talk to my friends, it's not. So that's why I'm recording this video, and maybe it will help you. If it did, then consider liking the video, and yeah, see you next time.